A man is in front of a house kissing a woman from behind a car. They were kissing when a man opens the door of the house. They run and hide in the back of the car. The police open the car door and ask for silence. A man is in front of a house kissing a woman from behind a car. They were kissing when a man opens the door of the house. They run and hide in the back of the car. The man says he would like to talk about this, that he is going to need the car because he is very late for work. She says she can't lend him the car, as he would be leaving. The man says he is very late, but he will take her to the place she needs, so she says if he does they can go together. A policeman makes a round on the road and tells them to stop the car. The woman gets angry and says it doesn't make sense that the cop wants them to stop the car. The man tells her to calm down because they are not with anything outside the law. The policeman approaches the car and tells the man good afternoon, that this procedure is a simple thing, just to maintain safety on the road. The man says no problem and that the policeman is free to look at his car. The policeman says he will only look at the back of the car. Then the policeman opens the door, and when he opens it, the lover is there, asking the policeman not to say anything, and the woman gets out of the car and walks up to them. She begs the policeman to please not say anything to her husband. She gives the policeman a bribe of money not to say anything. The policeman accepts and says that today was the woman's lucky day. She goes back to the car as if nothing had happened. The policeman approaches the window and tells the driver that it's okay to leave in peace. The driver thanks him and continues on his way. He then arrives at an abandoned place and says that this is where they will be meeting. The woman doesn't like the atmosphere and asks if the man is sure they are in the right place. He says yes. So they get out of the car, and at that moment the husband's cell phone rings, and he asks his wife to excuse him, and says he's going to answer it because it's an important business matter. In the meantime, the wife runs and grabs the lover who was in the back of the car. The man runs out. At that moment the husband comments on the phone with someone, who tells him that the meeting place will no longer be there, but in the office. He then thanks her for the call and hangs up the phone. They get back into the car. His wife is tense about the whole situation, but tries to keep calm. He tells his wife that he won't be there anymore, and that the meeting place was moved to the office. The woman says she says everything is fine. Halfway through, the man says that the meeting place is too far from where she had to go. That he will drop her off at her house, and after the meeting he will pick her up and take her to the place she wanted to go. She replies that everything is fine, she doesn't have to worry. She thanks him and gets out of the car. When she arrives at the door of the house, there is a suitcase outside. She says that it is very strange because the suitcase looks like hers, and when she goes to try to open the door of the house, the key does not work. She despairs and does not understand why they have changed the lock on the door. He comes back and sees that the suitcase is very heavy. And everything seems very strange to him. He sees that there is a letter on top of the suitcase and opens it to read it. When he starts to read it, it says, "I have found out everything. I have seen you betray me in the cameras, and you will not betray me anymore. It's over. I want you to leave my house. Goodbye." The woman picks up her suitcase and leaves without knowing what to do.